Hello, my beautiful souls. Doris Victoria here, your soul activation coach. It's a pleasure to connect with you today. Thank you for being here on this beautiful Sunday. It's an amazing, sunny, lightful day on planet Earth today. It's a beautiful moment to be alive, and I want to share about soul today with you. Who we truly are. I want to talk more about who we truly are and how, when we remember who we truly are, we can use this knowledge to change our life on all possible levels. So, for those of you who know me a little bit, you know that I'm often referring to our inner being, to our real being, our higher self, as a soul. Now, what is a soul? I'm being asked this question many, many times actually. What is a soul? And what is this higher self? What is this higher being? What is this real being where there's no ego involved anymore? And I want to share with you my perspective of things. When I talk about soul, the soul for me is the part of us that is divine essence. It is the essence of who we are. It is the energy that is creating our body. It is the energy that we truly are. It is the conscious energy. Abraham, for example, they are referring to it as an extension of source energy. The Christian said it would be the child of God. We are all children of God. Now, what does that mean? We are coming from an ever expanding source. This source has been called many names. It can be called God, it can be called Yahweh, it can be called Allah, it can be called Buddha. There's many, many, many wisdom traditions and philosophies and religions out into the world that try to make sense out of this source, this infinite source of light, love, and joy that we are all sparks from. Meaning that we are always connected with it. There's never a separation. We are coming from that source. We are going back to that source once we choose to leave this physical body. But we can also, we are being this part of source, this very unique, individual, quirky, creative expression of source. We always are it. Because we come here as an extension, so to speak, as a spark of the source. We are powerful like source. We are loving like source. We are compassionate like source. We are amazing like source. We are loving like source. And yet we are coming here with our individual gifts and talents and creative expressions that we as source can bring to this world. So when we talk about source, the source really is the divine essence of who we are. It is the part of us that cannot be born, it cannot die, it only changes form. On the other hand, we could refer to our soul as the part in us that never changes, because who we truly are is loving consciousness of light, love, joy, compassion, all beautiful attributes that you give to an ascended being or an angel or God itself, And I refer to God as itself because for me, God is kind of like an eight. It's like the infinite source of flow. It's like the infinite source of intaking, inhaling, exhaling. So God or source for me is the divine feminine and the sacred masculine combined. This is why I view it like an eight, So it is unconditional love, because when we remember who we truly are, we will remember that we are loved beyond our imagination. Every single one of us is so deeply loved that we are known by our name. And even though we will probably not feel this extensive, this unconditional love ever from human beings, because everyone can just give what they are able to give themselves, And since many human beings are not fully awakened yet, or many of us don't remember who we truly are, we can only give so much. And this is where conditional love comes into play. You know, a parent, for example, as parents, we give our best, but we could probably, as long as we are not fully conscious who we truly are and how powerful, how amazing, how adored, how deserving, how worthy we are, we cannot teach this to our children. So this is about today's video. This is actually to remember every single child, every parent, every grandparent, to go within and reflect a moment and go beyond your name, go beyond your title, go beyond whatever you have done in your life. Don't let that define you. It is part of your experience, but it doesn't define who you are. Who we are, dear ones, is this beautiful, loving, light essence that never, ever changes. And the purpose of us coming here is for our own expansion and the expansion of the collective consciousness, of Earth's consciousness, so to speak. Whatever experiences we feel, Earth is absorbing our emotions. Earth is feeling the way we feel. This is why we had thunderstorms here, many, many thunderstorms in the last days. And I always feel like the Earth is kind of like cleansing her rage. You know, she's getting rid of these negative emotions that she has to absorb from humankind, from humans that are still choosing to be in drama or still choosing to live a life that does not correspond to the joy of their soul. So, okay, when we remember, and you know, I want to bring this in because it has really touched my heart. I have studied many philosophies and traditions, and one of them was the Sufi tradition or the Sufi philosophy, the mystic Quran, so to speak. And in there, they were talking about a seeker in the Arabic language. And a seeker is actually, it means remembrance. So when you seek the truth, you will find the truth, because those traditions also talk about what we seek, we become. So when you seek for love, like ever since I was a child, and I heard Gandhi saying when I was autonomous enough to think for myself, and I heard Gandhi saying, where there's laughter and love, there's life. And so I was like, okay, well then there where I'm growing up, there is not much life, because there is not much love, there is not much laughter. Or maybe there's love, but this love is not really being shown, you know. But laughter, I barely heard laughter. For me, laughter was something that people, they had to drink in order to let go and be happy. So for me, this was always very foreign. I was like, so then why are dogs so happy? Why are dogs just wagging their tail every time they wake up in the morning without expecting anything, without getting off bed and saying, oh, I have to go to work today or something like this, you know? They're just happy. They're just happy to be alive. So this is why a dog actually became my biggest teacher, because the dog was teaching me unconditional love and joy just for being alive, just for breathing. You know, we get up in the morning, we are being in this physical body. Actually, one thing that I do that I want to share with you that you can do for yourself is when you wake up in the morning, just take a moment to reflect before you go to think about your daily actions that day. Just, you know, be in this trance, like this kind of like transition when you wake up between sleep and awakeness. Be in this trance and just think of a moment that brings you joy. Think of a moment that brought you joy. For example, you were cuddling with a pet, or you were talking with a baby, or interacting with a baby, or you were smelling a beautiful flower. Just remember a beautiful moment like this and then say, thank you, Spirit, or thank you, God, or thank you, Allah, or whatever your beliefs are about this infinite source. Thank you for being alive. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Doris Victoria, for being alive. You can even put your hands on your heart and, you know, thank yourself for just being, for breathing, for choosing to wake up and getting out of bed and living another day full of miracles here on earth, where you can bring your beautiful self into this world by being compassionate, by being who you truly are, by always staying centered and grounded and connected in love. Because where there's unconditional love, there is just magic all around. And then get off your bed and then start the day. But always start your day with something that you're grateful for. And in this moment that I'm sharing this with you, I'm hearing, we call them red throats, kind of like those beautiful birds that sing so beautifully. And when they sing, it's like, it sounds like crystal, you know? I feel like it's illuminating the area where they sing in, because everything around us is made of these particles. And these particles are holding remembrance, they're holding memory. And this is, others call it the soup of love. We are living in a soup of love, in a universe where love is everywhere around us. And this is why your thoughts will always match something in the outside world. Your outside reality is basically matching your inner world. So this is something else, but I'm going to talk about this in my next video. I hope today's video has helped you to connect more with the part in you that you truly are. And remember that you are so much loved by life itself, by Source, that you are even known by your name. All your wishes, all your desires are known. And this is what I said in a different video, that whatever you desire is already given to you. And then you just need to open the doors, opening the doors by letting go of any kind of doubts or resistance, so that it can come into your life. So, my dear ones, thank you so much for sharing this sacred moment with me today. It was wonderful sharing my pearls of wisdom with you again, everything that I have learned in my life. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye for now.